Hello everyone, welcome back to Void Terrarium++. I lost like a tiny bit of progress. Basically I had to rewatch a cutscene and I have to reclean this because I guess I didn't manually save last time, and I just had the console in, you know, sleep mode, which is never a problem on the Switch. Because the Switch doesn't just randomly update the console for a stupid system update, but the PS5 does. So, I had to rewatch that cutscene. Not the biggest deal, and I should have saved, but they should ask. Maybe there's a setting to not have it, but like, it should never just like close your games to update. Why, Sony? Why would you do such a thing? But just more reason for me not to super use my PS5 a ton. It already collects a ton of dust, but it's been useful for playing this, Ratchet and Clank, and oh god, I don't even know what else I've played on the PS5 that was required to play on the PS5, because I guess Unicorn Overlord. So I guess they just want me to go back into some of these places, huh? I guess we'll just go back into the botany lab. I'm imagining we'll do something here, and then new stuff will pop up, because as we saw last time, they kind of gave us like a, oh wow, Toriko's happy now. Oh, well, yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting to happen. You couldn't have gotten sick while I was there. Okay, well, I'm going to grab a few things, and then we'll get out of here, because yeah. Any items around here at all? But yeah, it seemed to give the spiel last time where it's like, oh, it seems like Toriko's pretty happy. Probably just needs like a friend maybe, and that's it. And yeah, that was all they wrote. Our little robot friend. Okay, I got one item, a regen potion. Great. Would like to get more than that before I leave. Preferably. I mean, I haven't made a ton of progress in here, but I've made some, and that's why I want to, you know, get a little bit of something before I leave. Toriko can wait a little bit, being sickly. I noticed it was interesting because her corruption went all the way down, which at first I thought it was like, oh, is it because of that food that I gave her? Ooh, okay, we got some food. That's nice. She will need that. The food that I gave her had 0 corruption. I was like, no, it wouldn't bring it all the way down, right? But maybe it's because she got sick. Because, yeah, the corruption usually causes sickness, and maybe that resets it. It's probably the food, though. I can't remember if they said, like, the food can straight up cure some of the corruption or not. Or contamination, not corruption. She's not being, like, tempted to the dark side. Okay, so get out of my way, you. Unless you want to drop something for me. That's a few things. If I could just get a full inventory of stuff before we leave, I'll be happy. I don't even care if it's good stuff, just anything. Biogel. Oop. Hello. All of you need to go away. May inflict silence. No, give me crit rate up again. Here we go. Biogel. There's a bunch of enemies headed my way. Okay, come on. More items, please. Okay, there is an item. Ooh, it's a good one too. Spawn swapper. Nice. But yeah, I fully expected that was what's gonna happen when they have like no main story thing, and then it's like, oh, just go into the dungeon. I'm always like, oh, something's gonna happen, isn't it? We have a few more slots. I'll go just a little bit longer. I mean, honestly, I may die pretty easily on my own, just with the kind of haphazard way I'm proceeding through this place. There's the exit. God, I'm getting through this one incredibly easy, and this isn't even like... I was struggling for a little bit there. Where's that struggle now? Aha, there we go. That's what we need. Okay, I think that's a full... Just one... Oh my god. One more item. My energy is even running low. Ooh. If you crit those, they die super easily. Attack. Bang, bang. Okay, there we go. That's what I want. You stole my round bug? Give me that. Okay, now I can die. To Terrarium! You did lose a heart for that, but that's fine. But yeah, they make it seem like you really, really gotta get back, but you truly don't. You can put it off for a little bit. Which I'm happy about. It would suck if you had to always, like, rush back as soon as she got sick. Welcome home. Something seems off. Oh, okay, so it's a new kind of sickness now. Let me clean up first. Looks like you're just surrounded by a bubble. A bubble shield. Or electricity? What is this? What's happening to her? Toriko is glowing. How unusual for a human to be conducting electricity. Yeah, could you transmit me her diagnostics report? Robbie, I'll look into her condition right away. And received. Let me some time for analysis. I'll let you know as soon as I'm done. Yeah, so this has happened a few times now, where something weird's happening with Toriko, and we have to find out what it is. Doctor, I've received results. What does this mean? Affliction does not exist in database. Recommended treatment not available. What could be causing Toriko's body to be retaining charge like us? Anyway, maybe if we're able to disperse all that charge, she'll return back to normal. In ancient times, humans used something called a grounding shaft to conduct unwanted electricity. If we had a grounding shaft, we could get rid of the electricity inside Toriko. This seems very wild. We'll also need a device that generates a high voltage to increase conductivity. This illness doesn't have a name. Oh, I've always wanted to name a disease. How about zapilepsy? I mean, it's a name. Okie doke, Robbie. Would you procure the necessary constituents? Grounding shaft and therapeutic taser? Okay. I wouldn't normally associate tasers with being therapeutic. Let me craft some things. So yeah, we don't have what we need here yet, but I can craft some new things here. Tall grass, HP, defense. Ooh, clean terrarium. It's not the biggest issue though. Container. I would rather like attack increase and stuff. I'll make dirty sheets. And I can also make the log. So let's do that. Okay, so we need inorganic things, inorganic. Factory AI located this area in order to treat one of Toriko's illnesses. Okay. So we need a few different things here. Toolkit 1.0, and we made it to another new area. Yay. I found the new recipe. I still know that, and I haven't even played Final Fantasy 15. I'm a fake, well, I mean, I'm not even that super into Final Fantasy these days. It's sad, because it used to be like one of my favorite series, but Square Enix has been a letdown a lot recently. I mean, Final Fantasy 16 was fine. I did have some issues with it, and I definitely don't like it as much as a lot of the other games, and Final Fantasy 7 Remake is fine, but that's mostly just because I love Final Fantasy 7. I still think the original is the better game, though. 7 has like a lot of things I wasn't crazy about in it. But once again, it's fine, and I'm sure many people love it, but they're becoming less and less for me these days. That being said, Bravely Default, Dragon Quest. Although I wasn't really crazy about how the remake of I forget which Dragon Quest it was. It's the one with Shu, I think, is the main character. The one that has like the little Link green hat. That one, I was not crazy about the new art that they went with. Also, to mention new art, I'm not crazy about the art of like the new the Ocarina of Time remake that got announced at the recent Direct either. I don't like that like hyper realistic look. Like it kind of worked for Star Fox, even though I wasn't crazy about it there. Just because it's like, okay, well, Star Fox is looking to get a reboot, but I don't like it for Zelda. I much like the more stylized look of Zelda. You know? Like, you know, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I believe you would call it like a kind of cel-shaded look. That just looks way better than the realism. So I would much rather that, but a lot of them are kind of going that way. I mean, at least I hope I don't have to worry about Mario going that direction. But I've always kind of liked Nintendo for their, like, very stylized looks for their games. So, it's a bummer to see Ocarina of Time, like, going way that direction. Although, it makes a little bit more sense for Ocarina of Time, because I'm sure if they had that technology back when they made Ocarina of Time, they probably would have wanted it to look that way. Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker, those are the kind of designs I prefer, but I'm sure they would have went the other direction if the option had been there. Hello. That's 2 of the things I need already. 3 of the things I need already? Oh my god. 4 of the things I need? Wait, we have everything. Wow, that was easy. I mean, I guess we're done. But, yeah. That is, that's my thoughts on those. Just not that crazy about the hyper-realism, and, like, the action combat is fine. Oh, wait, I guess this is just one of the Curing a Disease dungeons. That's why it was super easy. I shouldn't have turned that mushroom in. So yeah, that's why it was so easy. Yeah, you have a disease dungeons always are. Because they need to be done quickly because, yeah, you need to get back. But yeah, I'm hoping, mostly what I want to see out of Square Enix these days is like Triangle Strategy, Octopath, Bravely Default. Even that new game that's releasing, the Adventures of Elliot or something, that one looks pretty cool as well. Okay. Craft that, we are done. Good. Place the... use the therapeutic laser. Okay, so we gotta place the one thing in the terrarium. Okay, and... they didn't give us anything for that, I don't think. Yeah, there wasn't a craft bonus for that. Alright, decor list. Oh, wait. Well, I'm gonna give you the starry sky because it's pretty. Here you go. Enjoy that. I thought it said place it in the terrarium editor. Grounding shaft, there it is, yeah. Okay. Can I... mirror? We're gonna put it over here. It's like kind of hanging on the wall over here with like, you know, the... oh. You can't... oh yeah, we do need to put it in the ground. That makes sense. Let's just put it right there. I kind of just want to hide it. It doesn't look very nice. Shelf. We're gonna put this over here by the door. Here you go. Have a little shelf. And anything else we want to decorate? You can have some sheets. Yeah, they do need to be like touching the ground. There you go. There's your blankie. Okay. It's not on you, but it was kind of hard to put it on you. Like it would be behind you basically, and then you wouldn't be able to see it. But whatever. We'll put it right there, I guess. Okay, and now I just need to go get the item and actually give it to you. Therapeutic taser. Alright, I'm going to have to tase you. I'm sorry. Start treatment. Now then, let's commence treatment. First, attach the grounding shaft. Next, activate the taser to increase the voltage. In the good old days, humans would introduce water into pumps to get them working, but this time we're priming an electrical pump. Now we wait until all the electricity is channeled from Toriko to the ground. Yeah. Maybe we should just get Toriko like a... well, I guess an anti-static wristband wouldn't help with that, really. Judging by my readings, all the electricity is dissipated. Phew. I'm glad pumping her with 1,000,000 volts of electricity was as safe as I imagined. Let's give her some time to rest just in case, and she'll be back to her normal non-conductive self. Alrighty. Cool. Let's explore and collect resources. Let's go get some. And yeah, she got pretty much fully healed from that as well. So back in the botany labs, because they're just the toughest area. And they also have like those vials, which are really good. Ooh, thank you for knocking me out of the poison. Here you go. Evade. Evade's just better than the low level absorb, I think. 17% chance just to dodge all damage is better than a small amount of, you know, like vampirism on your attacks. Lifesteal, I guess, would be the better way to put it. Alright, so yeah, let's just see what all we can find in here. And this kind of turned into like a podcast episode for a second. Because I was yapping about that stuff, but it makes sense, you know? The dungeons are kind of cozy, you're just going through. Sometimes you don't have to think too much, so ow. Well, I say that as I might just want to die. Yeah, I mean, even if I'd put one to sleep, if I had like one of the snooze things, that would have been useful. Whatever, we got a few resources out of it. Robbie, you're finally back. What? I wasn't even gone that long. Developed a device to survey wasteland zones for contamination and discovered something. Uh-huh. What I found was that there's an area near the scrapyard with contamination levels I've never seen. Ooh, a highly contaminated area that we can go to just whenever? The area is a place that was once known as Colony 110. Oh, does this take place in the Xenoblade world? This is our biggest lead yet, Robbie. After analyzing the survey data from all neighboring zones, Colony 110 is the epicenter of contamination levels. I don't think the Xenoblade colonies ever went that high. There was like Colony 6 and stuff. It's likely that Colony 110 is the source of all the contamination in the world and the reason why Toriko is ill. I'll call the area where Colony 110 was the contamination source for the time being. Data also indicates rising levels of spores in the contamination source. The scrapyard is also being affected. At this rate, the Terrarium will one day reach contamination levels that exceed the air purifier's capacity. That comes to pass, so we have to stop the contamination if we want Toriko to live. Containing the spread of the toxins will be impossible. Even the serum will be like emptying an ocean with a thimble. Okay. Nudging you? Well, wait a second, don't give up just yet. There's something we may be able to do. Uh-huh. Hear me out, okay? What if, and I mean hypothetically, we were also somehow able to eliminate the source itself? Or at least decrease it. I don't know if it's possible. If there's even a chance it'll mitigate the spread, we have to try. Let's do it. Could be dangerous. With this much contamination, mutations in local fauna are likely. But you have to push through, search for the source, and find a way to stop it. If we succeed, maybe Toriko will even one day be free of her terrarium. It's the best plan I've got. I'll transmit the coordinates of the source to you. Thank you. Appreciated. So sorry, I wish I could come with you, Robbie. It makes me so angry. Robbie, you must investigate the source. You're Toriko's only hope. I got it. I'm gonna get demolished as soon as I go in there, but investigate the contamination source. I do need to, like, clean up, I think. So let me do that real quick. So yeah, it seems like sometimes they just want you to, like, go into a run just to, like, kick forward the next part of the story. Effectively. Can I craft anything that I have not crafted before? I can craft tall grass, you know what? Let's just make it. There we go. 5 more HP. So heavily affected by the contamination, it's no longer recognizable. So everything in here should just be contaminated to all hell. Or is that still just tied to the weather? Because I would assume... Ooh. I would assume that just everything in here is contaminated. But no, it seems like that's not the case. So, yeah. Ooh, that is nice. Just being able to shock people? That's super cool. Okay, nice ability. What's that? A soldier? Mid-sized killer saw. Yeah, give me that. Okay. A jellyfish? Oh, spore? What did that do? I don't think you hit me with it. Green lizard. Okay, that's like slightly contaminated, but yeah, it's not nearly as bad. I was thinking just everything here was going to be hyper contaminated, and this was going to be like the farming area that you go to if you need contaminated resources. But no, that does not seem to be the case. I'm just going to leave. Also a massive glare on my TV right now because of, I have my windows open. So, well, not open, but the blinds are up. So if I miss something that seems obvious, that would probably be why. Defense boost for sure. I feel like defense is more effective for me since I have such a high chance of inflicting just like, you know, shock. Okay, did not mean to step on that again. Soldier has become contaminated. Equip the snack to the robot. This blueprint unlocks soldiers. So that's probably like a attack-focused one. Okay, so Spore just looks like it inflicts me with a random status effect. That's my guess. Green lizard. Green lizard. I had a green lizard when I was growing up. I forget exactly what I named my lizard. I forget. Wow, I actually super forgot what I named it. It was like a little gecko, honestly. I just wanted a lizard, and my dad was like, "Okay, we'll go get one." And we just got like the cheapest whatever lizard there was. Lived for a long time though. I remember having them for quite a while. But yeah, I don't remember what the name was. My brain went to Pickle first, which is not true because that's a friend of mine's lizard's name. But my lizard was also green. Remember, I always wanted a bearded dragon. That would have been cool. I also always wanted an ant farm because I thought it was so neat, just seeing them scurry around doing their work and stuff. It was almost like watching a little like RTS or farming sim play out, I guess. Hello. Whoop. Die, please. Thank you. Slightly recover HP when dealing damage with normal attacks. Yeah, we can do that. A little bit of extra survivability, especially if I shock them so they can't really like dodge me or anything anyway. So I probably want to level up as much as possible because I'm assuming we're going to be fighting a boss fight in here if I make it deep enough. Whoop. Okay, we're probably not making it out of here. No, we're fine. We are fine. There we go. Most of them are just napping. It's fine. There we go. These weird little things. Ooh. Lag smoke bomb? Okay, well that's new. Rainbow tentacle. We got ourselves a pride tentacle, yay. Gladiator? Okay, so we're getting all sorts of... Green lizard became... What? It said it became something. I could have sworn it said invisible. I'm like, I hope not. I need that. Ow. Go away, you. Pretty sure I misread it, though. Ow. All of these things with their crowd control. Okay, I'm about to level up. We're out. We are free! Okay. Boom. Bang. Bang. Ow. Ooh, hit rate to 100%? Escape is pretty good, but I want that true aim. Now I never have to worry about missing? Never ever. Oh. Hello. You're cute. You'd be a problem if there were other enemies in that room, but unfortunately for you, there were none. Or if you, like, were constantly pulling me onto a trap like that. Energy is running low, it's true. Go ahead and pop this. Whoop. Goodbye. Oh! It's a monster house. What do I have? Grants invincibility? Okay, I'm gonna use this. Can probably use the invincibility. Talisman armor. Supernatural foes. That might be these things. I think I'm getting along pretty well here. Increases damage dealt for 10 turns when a contaminated item is used or thrown. Yeah? Oh my god. Okay. Well, someone's causing a lot of issues in here. Okay, I probably want to use a biogel. Oh my god, the damage piled up fast. Okay, never mind, that was on me. I could have kept healing and stuff. I felt really strong, but... send that over there. These can just be broken down. I mean, at least we got a lot of resources out of that. I need more energy, though. Hello? Okay, I thought I was really going to go far in there, but those monster houses you do have to be careful with. I was playing a little bit fast and loose. Hello? Robbie, I have news to report. In the aftermath of that recent tectonic shift, this strange object was discovered. What object? It's an armoire? In function, we've no idea yet. I will conduct further analysis. Just looks like an armoire. Aha, I see. According to my records, this object known as a wardrobe is a storage repository specifically for apparel. Come to think of it, Toriko hasn't had a change of clothes since we found her. She's just perfect then. Let's give Toriko a makeover. And I just so happen to have the perfect blueprint. Let's give it a try. Red dress. Okay. Item craft. You gave me the blueprint, but do you have to specifically make these things over here? No, okay. So you probably got to craft them. Hair color, red dress. I don't have what I need to make that. I'm sorry, friend. Could make these to finally get rid of them. So what's... Special skill, special focus skill attacks. HP restoration for gladiator. Okay, that seems cool. Currently, which one do I have equipped? Guard. Okay. I do actually like the idea of gladiator. But, we're probably going to have to wait on that a little bit. Let's see if we can make anything in here. Just to increase our stats a bit. Yeah. Okay, nothing. I do wish you could get rid of the ones that, like, just have a button to, like, hide ones that you've gotten before. Because that would make parsing this a lot easier. But maybe it's in the settings somewhere, but I assumed it would be like a sorting list option there. But it's not. So, yeah. I need to go get in there to get some stuff. It doesn't even look like you get a reward for those. So I'll probably, like, not super focus on those. Just because I need the stats. And, you know, grinding for cosmetics is like a late game thing, I think. If it was customizing my character, I would absolutely grind for the cosmetics. But this is just Toriko. But, like, you know, when I played Legends Arceus, I spent all my money on cosmetics. So, alrighty. Well then, I think we are done there. So, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.